Okay, business leaders, are you here to play or are you playing to win? If you're in it to win, meet your next MVP. NetSuite by Oracle. NetSuite is your full business management system in one convenient suite. With NetSuite, you're running your accounting, your finance, your HR, your e-commerce, and more, all from your online dashboard. Upgrade your playbook and make the switch to NetSuite, the #1 cloud ERP.
Get the CFO's Guide to AI and Machine Learning at netsuite.com/tech. netsuite.com/tech.
On today's Smart 7, stock market falls again as Trump blusters, Starmer promises extra bobbies on the beat and much more. It's Friday 11th of April, it's National Pet Day and happy birthday Jeremy Clarkson.
The Smart 7. It's news, but not the news.
Donald Trump was at it again on Thursday as he cranked up tariffs on China by another 20% to take the total to 145%. His flip-flop on tariffs this week had a temporarily positive effect on the markets, but by Friday morning the red lights were flashing once again as the dollar sank and bond yields began to rise. Matters weren't helped by Thursday's cabinet meeting, which saw Trump promise deals with 75 countries in the next 90 days, but offered no specifics. He also spoke of transition costs and suggested that there was a good chance of the tariffs returning.
But I mean, if we can't make the deal that we want to make or we have to make, or that's good for both parties, it's got to be good for both parties, and then we go back to where we were.
UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer admitted on Thursday that he hasn't spoken to the US president since the 10% tariff was implemented. Trump has boasted that countries are calling to kiss his ass, but Chancellor Rachel Reeves says that talks with the US on a trade deal and on tariffs are ongoing.
We're working intensely with our US counterparts to try and improve upon the tariffs. We have balanced trade with the United States of America, so I think we're in a good position to get a deal.
Home Secretary Yvette Cooper clarified the government's position on grooming gang inquiries on Thursday after both the Tories and Reform had accused Labour of watering down a commitment to investigate the matter. The Home Secretary insisted that the 5 inquiries already identified would proceed and that there could be more if needed. She was speaking as the government looked to focus on crime and security, specifically on policing in towns and cities across the country.
We're bringing back neighbourhood policing. We'll be setting out the increase in officers, PCSOs across the country this year, and also ensuring there will be a named contactable officer for every community and making sure we're increasing neighbourhood patrols, particularly in town centres.
Prime Minister Keir Starmer was in Cambridge walking the streets with local bobbies, and he was keen to put specific numbers on the table, guaranteeing that more officers would be on local streets by March of 2026.
And today I can announce the first step, 3,000 new neighbourhood officers by the start of next year. All of them visible, on the beat, and serving their communities.
Kemi Badenoch has been having an awkward week with the media as she campaigns for the Tories in the local elections. She ran into controversy over the weekend as she appeared to back Israel over the deportation of 2 Labour MPs, and she found herself in hot water again on Thursday as she continued to refuse to watch the Netflix drama Adolescence. She maintains that if she doesn't need to watch Casualty to understand the NHS, she doesn't need to watch Netflix to understand toxic masculinity. She was also busy floating the idea of a local election pact with Reform.
Local leaders are going to need to do whatever they need to in order to make that happen. At a national level, I've just been elected leader of the Conservative Party. The party's on a new leadership. We're trying to rebuild trust with the public. Suddenly saying that we're rushing to form a pact or merge with another party is not what I was elected to do.
Israel has continued with airstrikes on Gaza this week, the latest killing at least 20 people in a strike on a building in Gaza City that the IDF says was targeted at a Hamas militant. Meanwhile, it appears that Israel is intending to seize the entire city of Rafah as part of the new plan to create another security corridor through Gaza. With no progress on a ceasefire and no let-up in the Israeli blockade on aid, French President Emmanuel Macron has decided to push for more action at the UN in June. He's proposing recognising Palestine as a state, in line with France's long-term support of a two-state solution for the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. He will meet with Saudi Arabian negotiators and plans to co-chair the New York conference.
We are fighting for Gaza, for peace, for the return of security, for aid, and for a political solution. We need to go down the path of recognition, and that's what we'll do in the coming months.
Still to come on today's Smart 7 in association with Metro, lots of Europa League action, and Tom Cruise has some really important advice for you, right after this.
Okay, business leaders, are you here to play or are you playing to win? If you're in it to win, meet your next MVP. NetSuite by Oracle. NetSuite is your full business management system in one convenient suite. With NetSuite, you're running your accounting, your finance, your HR, your e-commerce, and more, all from your online dashboard. Upgrade your playbook and make the switch to NetSuite, the #1 cloud ERP.
Get the CFO's Guide to AI and Machine Learning at netsuite.com/tech. netsuite.com/tech.
Welcome back.
Thursday night saw Man United, Rangers, Spurs and Chelsea all in action in European quarter-finals. Chelsea were in first leg action in the Europa Conference League against Legia Warsaw and picked up a 3-0 away win. In the Europa League, Rangers played out a goalless draw at home to Athletic Bilbao, while Spurs drew 1-1 with Eintracht Frankfurt. Manchester United were in France to take on Lyon and put in a solid performance for what looked like a 2-1 win, until a last-minute error by goalkeeper Andre Onana saw Lyon equalise. Manager Ruben Amorim was unimpressed, but focused on the second leg.
Of course, we are really disappointed. We should have take the one goal advantage to the next game, but we have our the next game in our home, and we'll try to win that game.
Rami Malek's new movie, The Amateur, hits cinemas this weekend. In it, he plays a CIA analyst who loses his wife in a terrorist incident in London and sets out on a one-man crusade to get revenge. Malek has been busy on the press tour this week, popping up with Jimmy Fallon on The Tonight Show and sharing an intriguing story about action movie legend Tom Cruise. Rami says once he told Tom he was doing an action movie, he kept getting the same piece of advice.
He said, "What are you doing next?" I go, "I'm doing an action movie." He goes, "Well, you're going to need weapons training." And I go, "Well, it's called The Amateur."
The whole premise
is he can't do any of that.
Yeah, you need it, yeah.
He goes, "I promise you're going to need weapons training." And then even later on, I got an email. And it was titled Weapons Training.
It seems like sooner or later everything will be a musical. Maybe even the Smart 7 one day, who knows? The latest classic to get the full musical treatment is Romeo and Juliet, Shakespeare's tragic tale of young lovers, which has been given a modern twist and is now known as Juliet and Romeo. The music is by Evan Kidd Bogart, who wrote Beyoncé's Halo, and it was filmed on location in Verona, Italy. It also has some serious star power in the cast, including Rebel Wilson, Rupert Everett and Jason Isaacs. Slightly oddly, it hit cinemas for one night only in what is described as a special event on June 11th.
In a different life, maybe love could be your only guide. Just not in this one.
I'd rather die than live without her.
You will stand with this family, or you'll stand alone.
You've been listening to the Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes and we'll give you the world.
Ever wonder what your lashes are destined for? The cards have spoken. Maybelline New York Mascara does it all. Whether you crave fully fan lashes with Lash Sensational, big, bold volume from the Colossal, a dramatic lift with Falsies Lash Lift, or natural-looking volume from Great Lash, your perfect lash future awaits. Manifest your best mascara today. Shop Maybelline New York and discover your lash destiny. Shop now at Walmart.